Sam Donaldson.
Of the killing, but the excitement, the high, the game. Now it really has become a game that people are playing all across the United States. They call it the National Survival Game. It's a spreading franchise that carries along with it a spreading debate. Is playing war a good or bad idea? Nightline correspondent Peter Lance shows us how it works.
And of course, lovely Laurie chooses beige in champagne metallics.
During the week, Laurie Sheranian models sportswear. And during the week, Dr. Pickett works on teeth. Laurie is 24 years old and the mother of 3. Dr. Pickett has been practicing now for 4 years. And both of them are solid members of the middle class. But at the end of the week, Laurie puts away her makeup. Dr. Pickett puts away his dental tools. And on Friday afternoon, they pick up these.
Beautiful. Where to hit? Just a little bit down center and to the right. Look out, guys. They're in trouble. She's got 2 bullseyes, 2 out of 2.
These are the weekend warriors, dressed in camouflage and armed with guns. Counterinsurgents in a new kind of guerrilla war. And every week this summer, there are 6,000 people like them, from New Hampshire to Utah, crawling across the country, armed and ready to kill.
Gotcha. I shot a guy he come out of the woods and fell right in front of me, facing the other way, and I shot him right in the back. Dog.
But this is make-believe combat. A war in which nobody dies. When people get shot, they just get up and walk away.
He shot me. Good boy, Tony. That was a hell of a shot. Ta-da!
They call it the survival game, and it just may replace racquetball as America's fastest-growing competitive sport. The game is really a kind of grown-up version of capture the flag.
Blue team's got the flag!
The players are divided into teams designated by armbands. Each team has a flag corresponding to its color.
We're going to head down the path here.
The players get maps showing the location of enemy flags, and when the horn sounds, they tear off into the woods, hoping to steal the opposite team's flag without getting shot.
Got you!
The gun is a .68 caliber bolt-action Nellspot 007. Instead of using bullets, it uses half-inch pellets like these, filled with dye or paint. The gun was originally designed for marking cattle or trees in forestry areas, and it has a range of up to 30 yards. In the survival game, when somebody dies, they spell it D-Y-E.
Better dead than red.
The pellets sting some and leave the players wounded with a blotch of paint, but they are not dangerous unless a player is hit in the eye, and for that reason, goggles are standard issue.
Oh,
the pellet hurt?
No, the pellets don't hurt. They give you a little sting.
And there is another difference between this make-believe war and the real thing. In the survival game, there are referees.
You were shot first.
I was?
No, wait. I shot you when you come running out
Don't
here.
really. We're not going to go through. Okay, just get back in the position.
You guys are bad sports.
You got to get back where you were. We don't see ourselves when we're out there playing this game as actually leveling down on an enemy. The game is real self-reflective. It shows you a lot about who you are. I mean, if you're basically an aggressive person, somebody who lives life hard and aggressively and not always watching your flank, you tend to play the game that way. If you're cautious, you tend to play the game cautiously. If you're shrewd and intellectual, you tend to play it that way.
Both Dr. Pickett and Laurie are playing the game cautiously.
Let's get off the trail and move bushes.
They are dug in now near their flag, waiting for the members of the enemy red team to approach. Suddenly, a red player sneaks through the bush near Laurie. She sees him and fires.
Okay, I gotcha.
The player is unhurt, that is, unless you consider his pride, and now it's the dentist's turn. Dr. Pickett fires.
Paint check.
Believing he has made a kill, Dr. Pickett asks for a paint check, and the judge declares a truce while the red player checks himself for the telltale dye. But he has not been hit.
Okay, clean.
A few minutes go by. Then it's Laurie's turn.
stinker. At least it didn't hurt. You got me. Somebody got me through the bushes.
How does it compare to modeling?
Oh, it's certainly more exciting. Modeling's a lot of fun, but doesn't get your adrenaline going like that, like being fired upon. That was really fun.
The survival game is not only fun, it is big business. Kits, including goggles, guns, and paint, sell for up to $200, though they can be rented for much less.
Just keep that on tight. This is your safety again.
Peter Giordano runs survival games in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Utah, and soon he will bring his pellet guns to Hawaii.
What's happening now is we're going to be setting up 5 days a week on the weekdays, sort of like a softball league, if you will, and have a survival league with different teams competing over and over again.
Game's on, you're clear.
This is the illusion of danger. This is like an adventure fantasy. It's like Fantasy Island in a sense.
But some people don't see it that way.
War is not a game. It should not be treated as a game. It should not be encouraged to be looked on as a game. It's brutal business that kills people.
Get up, flag! Get up, flag!
What they are saying to those around them is that this is an acceptable mode of behavior. Not only is it an acceptable mode of behavior, it's fun.
We're in a period of intense frustration, sense of powerlessness, and people have a need to try to find some way of overcoming these feelings, and I think the game may be one expression.
You got it. All right.
Some critics fear that the survival game will make war and guns socially acceptable. But the people who came here today to play the game say that shooting this is not much different than shooting baskets or shooting pool. It's all just simple competition, they say, and competition is as American as Valley Forge. This is Peter Lance for Nightline, near Salt Lake City, Utah.